Andy Cohen, who is the executive producer and host of the reunion special of The Real Housewives, is not holding back when it comes to the sentencing of Karen Huger, a former member of Rhop. Because of her arrest for driving under the influence, she was sentenced to 2 years in prison, with 1 year of that sentence being suspended. Now that she has been officially handed down her sentence, what is it that Andy has to say? Continue reading to find out more information. Andy Cohen refrains from commenting on Karen Huger's sentencing. Karen Huger was apprehended 1 year ago for driving under the influence. It is said that she drank a drink while she was at her friend's house before she got behind the wheel of her car. Karen was then involved in an accident, and the rest is history. Because she stated that she was receiving assistance in order to deal with her issues, she did not make an appearance at the Season 9 Rhop reunion. It would seem that she spent some time at a wellness center, but did not remain there for the full month. She waited to receive her sentence and resigned from the Bravo reality series that had been a hit. This resignation came after she did not attend the reunion. The maximum amount of time she would have to spend incarcerated was 2 years. It was subsequently discovered that she had been charged with other DUI offenses in the past, meaning that this incident was not her first. Following that, she was given a sentence of 2 years, one of which was suspended. She will be required to serve 5 years of probation and will not be permitted to operate a vehicle for 1 year once she is released from custody. Karen made an appearance on the Rhop reunion, and she was included in a clip despite the fact that she was in treatment at the time. She was discussing with her husband, Ray, the possibility of viewing the body camera footage from the time of her DUI arrest for the first time. She was left in a state of shock as a result of it. At this time, the person responsible for hosting the reunion, Andy Cohen, is providing more information regarding her sentencing. As stated in People, Andy gave his thoughts on the matter during his radio show on SiriusXM on the Monday of March 3rd. He revealed that he had not presented his show since the verdict was delivered, which made this a significant event. While it is true that he has feelings of love for Karen, this was a difficult truth to accept. Since the time when Karen was convicted, I have not been online, and I do not have anything to share. I will admit that I am preoccupied with thoughts about Karen on a daily basis. This situation has left me feeling really depressed, since I have been thinking about her a great deal. I am quite disappointed in how this whole situation has unfolded. I am a big fan of Karen. Driving while intoxicated is not something to be taken lightly. The fact that this was her 4th situation is extremely difficult to hear. This is an absolutely terrible circumstance. On the other hand, Andy Cohen was not playing games in regard to her decision. He had a full understanding of the reasons behind the judge's feelings and the manner in which she thought. It was inevitable that it would occur in the end. Andy Cohen came to a realization about why things turned out the way that they did. No matter what, this continues to cause him tremendous emotional pain. I'm not surprised that the judge was not playing. Not for a moment am I shocked. I'm referring to the fact that it is quite depressing. Fans of the reality television series Rhop shared their opinions in response to the comments that Andy made regarding Karen Huger. Were they in agreement with the feelings Andy expressed, or were they more resilient in the face of this sadness? Are you feeling down because Karen has finally been given the punishment that she has been getting away with? She should be thankful that she has only harmed herself and no one else with her 4 DUIs. Although I feel sorry for Karen, we are unable to drive while under the influence of alcohol without facing any repercussions. Indeed, her attorneys were unsuccessful, but she needs to understand this, and I hope she does. However, I doubt she will because she is so stubborn. It seems that although many people were unhappy with the events that took place, they felt that Karen was obligated to compensate for her actions. Additionally, she was in need of a demonstration that she was non-exempt from the law's jurisdiction. What are your feelings about the punishment that Karen received? And are you disappointed that this situation had to occur for her to learn a valuable lesson? Andy Cohen has never been known for subtlety, and when the Bravo universe erupts with scandal, he rarely stays quiet. This time, all roads lead straight to Potomac. In the wake of Karen Huger's sentencing, the entire Real Housewives community has been shaken, but no reaction has hit harder than Andy's. His words have echoed across social media, inside Bravo circles, and among fans who have followed the Grand Dame's journey from day one. Karen Huger, a long-standing figure on the Real Housewives of Potomac, has weathered many storms on and off camera. But the recent legal developments surrounding her involvement in a reckless driving case have taken things to a level no one expected. The sentencing was swift, strict, and undeniably public. While her supporters pointed to her history of philanthropy and her emotional vulnerability on the show, others argued that accountability was long overdue. And somewhere in the middle stood Andy Cohen, who has always played a delicate balancing act between producer, host, confident, and the person tasked with keeping the Bravo ship steady when disaster hits. Andy addressed the situation head-on during a segment of his radio show, and there was no trace of sugarcoating. He acknowledged the heaviness of the moment, the shock many fans felt, and the uncomfortable reality that one of Bravo's most iconic personalities was facing real legal consequences. But what captured attention most was his tone. It wasn't angry, and it wasn't sympathetic. It was firm, direct, and unfiltered. He began by emphasizing that being a housewife does not place anyone above the law. The franchise has seen multiple stars face legal issues over the years, from Beverly Hills to Salt Lake City. Andy reminded listeners that the cameras do not protect anyone from their real-world choices. He pointed out the irony that these women are celebrated for their glamorous lifestyles, yet the true drama that grips audiences often comes from the moments where that glamour cracks. Karen's case, he said, was one of those moments. Andy then shifted from commentary to reflection. He spoke about Karen as a person, someone he has known for years, someone who has delivered unforgettable television, but also someone who has repeatedly spoken on the show about authenticity, integrity, and personal growth. He expressed disappointment that this incident occurred, especially considering Karen's reputation as the poised, seasoned matriarch of her group. He said that the sentencing, though harsh to some, might serve as a turning point for her. His words carried a heartfelt weight, not defensive, not accusatory, but undeniably firm. Andy believes in accountability, even for the stars who have shaped Bravo into a powerhouse. According to him, the Housewives franchise is built on real moments, and real moments sometimes include consequences. He noted that the world of reality television has evolved. Audience expectations have shifted. Fans no longer just want glamour. They want honesty, and honesty includes facing the fallout of personal decisions. What truly made Andy's reaction stand out was his unwillingness to downplay Karen's actions. He expressed relief that no physical harm came from the situation, but stressed that the potential for harm was serious. As someone who has seen multiple housewives navigate legal turmoil, Andy said he hoped Karen would take this moment as an opportunity to step back, reassess, and truly understand the impact of her choices. He also addressed what this means for the future of the Real Housewives of Potomac. Andy admitted that the sentencing will inevitably shape the storytelling of the upcoming season. Fans expect transparency, and Karen is known for speaking her mind, even when the truth is uncomfortable. Andy said he would not be surprised if this incident becomes a major plot point, not just because of the shock value, but because of the emotional and personal journey it forces Karen to take. But there was one moment during his commentary that caused the biggest stir: Andy's statement that Bravo cannot and will not protect its stars from accountability. He clarified that the network supports its cast members through difficult times emotionally, but cannot intervene legally or ethically in matters that extend far beyond television. He insisted that viewers deserve authenticity and that shielding cast members from consequences only undermines the integrity of the shows. Andy's candor sparked a wave of reactions online. Some viewers praised him for speaking honestly, calling his stance mature, refreshing, and necessary. Others critiqued him, arguing that he was too harsh on Karen, especially given her emotional fragility on recent seasons. But regardless of the debate, one thing was undeniable. Andy Cohen's voice carries weight in the Bravo world, and his refusal to hold back made his stance impossible to ignore. Meanwhile, inside Potomac, the ripple effect was immediate. Karen's castmates reacted in real time, some with shock, others with carefully worded support. Giselle Bryant, who shares a complicated relationship with Karen, posted cryptic messages suggesting that the truth always finds its way into the spotlight. Rhoden Dixon emphasized accountability in her own posts, nodding toward the idea that the women must own their actions, not just their storylines. Candiace Dillard Bassett, known for her sharp commentary, expressed relief that Karen was safe but hinted that the situation could have been far worse. Fans also speculated about how Karen might respond. Known for her pride and resilience, Karen has weathered personal and marital issues on camera before. But this situation is different, more serious, more public, and impossible to brush aside with charm and quick wit. Many predict Karen will issue a heartfelt statement. Others believe she will use the reunion stage to address the matter, as housewives often do when faced with mounting public scrutiny. Andy made it clear that the door remains open for Karen's growth, redemption, and future on the show. He acknowledged her status as one of the franchise's most iconic personalities and expressed sincere hope that she would take the sentencing not as an ending but as a wake-up call. If Karen chooses to share her journey openly, Andy believes fans will respond with empathy, as they have for countless housewives before her. By the end of his commentary, Andy's message was unmistakable. Fame does not erase responsibility. In the world of Bravo, the drama may be heightened, but the consequences are real. Karen Huger's sentencing marks a defining moment, not just for her, but for the entire Potomac franchise.